Hello, my name's Reaper. Welcome to the channel. Movies have been around since the 1880s. First known as the optical illusion perceived motion. Isn't it kind of hard to believe that an optical illusion is so popular? It's been created millions of times for over 200 fucking years. The horror genre has been around almost as long as movies themselves. Le Manoir du Diable, I hope I don't butcher that fucking name, by Georges Méliès, which I hope I don't butcher his last name. It's considered to be the first horror movie ever, and because of it, we now have the beautifully gory horror movie genre. Since the creation of the movie I can't pronounce, we had movies like Scream in 1996, the classic Dracula in 1931, the Blair Witch Project in 1999, A Nightmare on Elm Street in 1984, the original Ring in 1998, Halloween in 1978, Texas Chainsaw Massacre in 1974, Frankenstein in 1931, The Shining in 1980, Silence of the Lambs 1991, Alien 1979, Jaws 1975, Psycho 1960, and The Exorcist in 1973. They're all amazing movies in their own right, but lately, the horror movie genre has been changing drastically. All the movies mentioned were actually made before 2000. They're all popular movies and probably the most popular horror movies in the world. They changed the course of society and our ability to tell stories because of them. Each used horror effectively in different ways just to scare us, the audience. But made before 2000. Yes, there are good horror movies that were made in the 2000s like Saw, but these good 2000 movies are few and far between. Movies like Saw, Scream, The Ring, and Final Destination were all taken advantage of. The movie industry changed the game of horror since the 2000s. Because of the popularity of movies like Saw and Scream, the industry, which was called MI for the rest of the shit, sees them as safe, so making anything that is connected to movies or as their title is profitable. So by making sequels and or spin-offs to the series, it gives them quick and easy cash. For fuck's sake, they don't even have to be good, they just have to be connected. Let's take the Saw movies for example. The original Saw was made in 2004 and has a budget of around 35,000 Australian dollars. It's a good movie, right? With its plot holes, it's still pretty good. A majority of people have to say so as well, since it currently has a 7.6 on IMDb. After the opening weekends of Saw turned out to be extremely successful, making around $18 million, estimating, it was immediately greenlit for a sequel a year later. But at the time, the original director James Wang and original writer Leigh Whannell, hopefully I'm not butchering their names, I probably am, sorry, was in the middle of the production of a new movie, Universal Pictures' Dead Silence. Music video director Darren Lynn Bosman had the script for his very first film, originally called The Death Script. When showing people his script, he was promptly told that it was very similar to the Saw movie. Later, he was then confronted to make his movie, For a Million Backwards Bear Trap. The cinematographer David A. Armstrong, who worked on the original Saw, suggested to bring it into the producer of the original Saw, which the producer showed it to his partners, which then decided that this was the perfect script for the beginning of the Saw 2 movie. It was then polished by Whannell and Wayans to make sure it could connect to the Saw universe. All characters, traps, and deaths stayed the same. Luckily, Wayne and Whannell were executive producers of this. This was the start of the death of the Saw series. As the franchise went on, the movies got worse. Whannell and Wayans were executive producers for each Saw movie, including Saw 7 and Jigsaw. From 2004 to 2010, a Saw movie was released for each Halloween weekend. The first three movies, Whannell and Wayans, I'm going to start calling them Wayne and Wayne because it's annoying to say their names over and over and over fucking again, had their most control over the movies. Saw 1 was created by them, Saw 2's script was polished, and Saw 3 was written and produced by them. But when they started not to write and have less and less influence over the final product, the film started to become extremely shit and bad, not in the good way, by the way. Because of the original movie's popularity, it became a 7-movie franchise, so it became cliched, confusing, and contrived. If the Saw series stopped as a trilogy, no one would have had a problem and keep the movies as the top 4 movies of the 2000s. But because of MI's greed and lust for cash, it got to the point where the 7th movie was probably one of the worst movies in the Saw franchise. But now, since the Saw movies are softly rebooted, we'll probably just have to wait to to see what comes this Halloween. Pre-2000s horror movies, like said previously, had amazing horror. A recent popular trend in these horror movies is probably the most hated, actually. It's the most influential one. Jump scares. Jump scares have been actually rarely used in pre-2000s movies. But in modern movies, the jump scare has become pretty much a fucking cliche, annoying one at that. It even ruined horror movies.
Hey, welcome to the pause screen, I'm Alien. Let's quickly cover a jump scare if you don't know what it is, you fucking idiot. A jump scare is a tense moment followed by a quick kind of loud noise that's supposed to at least scare the audience. Now, get us back to the video.
Since the rise of jump scares, movies, like Annabelle for instance, have been created for quick cash grabs. Now let me say this, jump scares are not the problem, it's how they are used. And jump scares in modern horror movies have not been used well and have been overdone. When a jump scare was used in movies like The Shining and Psycho, they used it to show a sudden terrifying moment. But modern movies fucked it up and used it to scare the audience or something like a goddamn squirrel or a random friend. Usually when a jump scare is shown, the sudden scare the audience gets releases all the tension that was built up and is immediately released. So when a jump scare happens, even though the very thing that was amplified to the point where you get more scared about the sudden sound instead of the thing that was supposed to be scary turns out to be a random character or animal, it just becomes obvious as a fucking cash grab from the very fucking beginning. Because of these false scares and overused jump scares being so saturated in almost all horror movies over the past goddamn decade and a half, horror movies are now expected to have them and it's considered not to be scary. And now movies like The Babadook and The Oculus are considered not scary or bad horror movies because they don't use a lot of jump scares, if any. They're both good movies and good horror movies, but because they use a different type of horror, there's a huge group of people who say it is bad just because of a lack of jump scares. Jump scares are not a good way to scare yourself. With more movies using jump scares, there is a correlation of fucking horror movies' average yearly rating going down as jump scares were getting more and more popular. Jump scares literally made horror movies fucking awful.
Alien again, welcome back to the pause screen. Now that Reaper's super fucking upset, we're gonna be watching some cat videos to calm him down. Don't ask how us being happy makes him happy. It's very confusing. Oh, so cute! Fucking love me, bitch! Oh, yeah, hello? Yeah, can I adopt 3,000 kittens, please? All from Africa? Okay. Lindsay Lohan? Who did fucking Lindsay Lohan? La La Land. Like, I don't give a shit. Just give me the cat. Okay, thanks, bye. Okay, now, back to the video.
The rise of jump scares and the continuous sequels to popular movies, we're slowly seeing these modern movies actually become crap. Like I said previously when I screamed at the top of my fucking lungs. And because of the rise in crappy horror movies, we see a culture behind them. There is a culture of good, bad movies, and I'm not saying that's a problem, but a lot of these bad movies are from the horror genre, and these movies are not good bad, they're just bad. And with the previously mentioned sequels, the series was originally great and well received like the also previously named Saw movies. With the previously mentioned sequels, the series was originally great and well received, like the Saw franchise for instance. It started out as a 78-star movie, but the series went on, the scores got lower, and lower, and lower, and lower, and higher for a second, and lower, the plot more contrived, plot holes equal to the time the stripper get a dollar bill, and cheese, oh the cheese, so much cheese you won't be able to see the chips anymore. I don't want nachos. I'll be right back.
5 minutes later.
Hey, I'm back. There's a marble in this bitch. Anyways, because of this, we now expect sequels to be trash, such as Saw's later movies. Because of the greed of the MI, they create multiple unnecessary shitty sequels and use the shitty jump scares to crappily scare the audience. The MI made it where it was normal for shitty horror films to come out. As the years go by, horror movies have been slowly dying and trapped by the pig-mouthed bitch of an MI, and we have to wait to see if horror movies get fucking free. We'll have to see soon enough. Can't wait for this year's Halloween. 6 goddamn months away. Thank you. My name's Reaper, and I hope we see you soon. Hopefully not behind a mask.